Both Muslims and Christians argue over same event. Did Jesus die on the cross or not? The Gospels in the New Testament consistently describe Jesus as being crucified and later resurrected. For example, the Gospel of Mark records, "And they crucified him," Mark 15:24. And a few verses later, Jesus uttered a loud cry and breathed his last, Mark 15:37. Similarly, Gospel of John states, "When Jesus had received the sour wine, he said, 'It is finished,' and he bowed his head and gave up his spirit," John 19:30. In contrast, the Qur'an presents a different perspective. Surah 4, 157-158 states, "And for their saying, 'Indeed, we have killed the Messiah, Jesus, the son of Mary, the messenger of Allah.' And they did not kill him, nor did they crucify him, but another was made to resemble him to them. Rather, Allah raised him up to himself." Many Muslim scholars interpret this to mean that Jesus was not actually crucified, and some early interpretations suggest a substitution theory, where someone else was made to resemble Jesus and was crucified in his place, while Jesus was raised by God. This difference raises an important question often discussed in theology and history. If it only appeared that Jesus was crucified, why did early followers strongly believe that he was? The New Testament writings, based on early Christian testimonies, consistently present the crucifixion as a central event. At the same time, Islamic tradition views the Qur'an as a later and final revelation that corrects earlier misunderstandings. Because of this, the two traditions approach the same event through different theological frameworks. The discussion also extends to whether Jesus predicted his own death. In the Gospel of Mark, Jesus says, "The Son of Man must suffer many things, and be killed, and after 3 days rise again." Mark 8:31. In Gospel of John, he states, "Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up." John 2:19, which the text later interprets as referring to his body. Christian readers often see these as predictions of his death and resurrection, while many Muslim scholars view such passages as later interpretations or textual developments rather than original statements. Ultimately, what emerges is not a simple disagreement with an easy resolution, but two fundamentally different ways of understanding the same moment in history. One relies on early Christian testimonies preserved in the New Testament, while the other is based on the Qur'an's theological account and later interpretations within Islamic scholarship. The difference highlights deeper questions about how religious traditions interpret events, how texts are understood, and how believers reconcile faith with historical inquiry.